Cabinet Secretary, my colleague PS, my dear sister from the COG, Mary, and my namesake, all our partners, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Good morning. I know it's a little cold, but let's brave this cold for the mother and the child who needs to survive. CS, I normally don't talk too much when you're around, but today you will allow me to say a few things. And that table is very noisy today. This morning, we are gathering here not merely because we want to inaugurate a committee, but it is because we want to renew a national promise that motherhood in Kenya must never be near-death experience, and birth must never become a goodbye. We sit here in Nairobi and we work in offices that are here in Nairobi. But you know, our mandate lives in the wards in Lodwar, in the dispensaries of Tana River, in the maternity units in Kisii, Bungoma, and everywhere else, the informal settlements of Kibera, Mathare, and the farthest homes where a mother labors by lantern light while hoping help arrives in time. We are here because behind every statistic is a name. Behind every statistic is a face. Behind every statistic is a family that is permanently changed for the better or for the worse, depending on whether the child survives or not. So we are here because preventable deaths are not misfortunes. They are failures of a system. Ladies and gentlemen, systems can be corrected. We are here because these systems must be corrected. Maternal and newborn deaths, they are not only a medical problem, but they are a measure of our national compassion, our governance, and our accountability. So when a mother bleeds after delivery and the blood is not available, that is not fate. It is a supply chain failure. Yeah? When a mother or a woman is in obstructed labor, is referred from one facility to another because a theater is closed, that is not bad luck, guys. It is a readiness failure. When a newborn struggles to breathe and the bag and mask is missing or unused, that is not chance. It is a standards and skills failure. When a woman is shouted at, ignored, or delayed because she is young, poor, living with disability, or cannot speak the right language, that is not culture. It is a failure of respectful care. Ladies and gentlemen, if a review identifies delays in a referral, then ambulances, fuel, communication, and clear protocols must be fixed, not next year, but today, now. And that is why we are here today. If a review identifies gaps in competence, then mentorship, supervision, and continuous professional development must follow. Because this is not just about paperwork, but it is practice. And I want to echo my colleague, what you said, that records must be signed by the right person for responsibility purposes. So if a review identifies disrespect, then dignity must become non-negotiable in every facility, every shift, every county. Primary health care remains the foundation of maternal and newborn survival, and it is where accountability must be most visible. And under the Primary Health Care Act, we all know there is expansion of surveillance, just like my sister Mary was talking about, and the improvement of access to essential maternal and newborn services at every household level. We have trained, we have equipped more than 100,000 community health promoters so that the danger signs are recognized early referrals happen faster, and prevention begins before crisis. In Kenya, we know the truth. When a community health promoter visits or knocks in your door in the village, in Homa Bay, Mandera, Kitui, they are not just visiting a household call. They are protecting a future. So our healthcare workers, again, are the backbone of quality maternal and newborn care. A mother in labor does not need our policies. We can write as many books as possible, but they don't need that. They need a skilled, prepared team that can act decisively in minutes. Because counties remain central in all this. Appropriation of staffing ratios, fair deployment, functional rosters, adherence to standards. They are not just administrative details, but they are life-saving decisions. We have done surveys, and this is to Mary, and we have seen some counties having non-medics being more than the medics in a facility. I think this needs to be the turnaround time that we need to fix all this. And I'm sure because we are working together, this is going to happen. So let us remember what is at stake. When a mother dies, a child may not survive beyond the 5th birthday, and a family loses stability, a community loses strength, and a nation loses potential. This committee, CS, as I wind up, must ensure that distance between a recommendation and an action becomes as short as possible, because the distance between labor and the loss of a child can be just a single hour. So the committee must make sure that this is practical. Our collective responsibility is to ensure our primary health system works seamlessly so that no mother or newborn is lost due to preventable professional failures. I call them professional failures because these are sometimes man-made failures that can be corrected by the power or the pen that you have. And that's why the reports from the counties, they must also equally culminate to the national government. We must know what is happening at the counties. When we go to talk about budgets, we know which policy that we are going to align with the county governments. The coordination that Laura community talked about must happen. We choose accountability over excuses, preparedness over paperwork, and life over loss. Every mother carries a nation, and every newborn carries our tomorrow. I went through, on a personal experience, I went through a very, very scary experience when I gave birth to my twins. Even when the babies cried and they were taken to a safe place, the mother remained on the hospital bed for more than 30 minutes, 1 hour. And I did not know up to date what was happening. Where is the failure? I could have died on that bed. So remember, if you're a medic, please, you are the savior of this mother, of that child. Asanteni sana. It is my singular honor to invite the Cabinet Secretary for Health,